questions if there are any. If we can't answer it, we'll call a friend.
Glenn, before the first question, I'm sorry, before the first question, we'd like to mention the fact that the eligibility of the museums for nomination, they have to be opened from 2019, January 1, 2019 to December 31, 2025. Why? Because we know there is a window of the 2-year pandemic. So we're taking that into consideration, but they have to be operational at this point in time.
So no ghost museums.
No ghost. No ghost museums.
Any
Questions?
questions?
Yes.
Hi. Okay na. Nakakas yung boses ko.
Everyone to hear.
Okay. Good afternoon. Hello. Not working? It's working. Okay lang. Relax boses ko. Okay. Hi, Flo from Counterflow. Questions, kasi you mentioned earlier that in terms of the submission and criteria for judging, they need to submit photos, videos, but will there be a chance, kasi syempre sabihin natin, some of people doesn't know how to take good photos. People doesn't know how to take good videos. Is there any possibility some of the team or the judges will go to the place and experience? Kasi to be honest, di ba, like during weekends, to be honest,
Yes.
weekends are very important for the for the teens. They go to the museum. Happily kasi open na National Museum on weekends, yung ganon. So para ma-experience ninyo yung dami ng tao, yung plaque and the experience.
You want to answer that?
Yes, there are the board of judges, especially at the initial stage, are going to go around the country unannounced. Talaga naman gusto natin yung around the country unannounced.
There will be 3 levels kasi.
Yeah, on
Just to be
selected.
clear, no? The first level is when you submit in the portal, the secretariat, including the project manager, will go through the documents. So, administrative muna, are your documents correct, accurate, are they authentic? If go, lalagay ka na sa next step. If not, then if it's very minor, they can call and say, may kulang ng konti, but pwede kang patawarin. But if it's major, sorry, archive. Next time ka na lang. So, it then progresses to the next level, which is a prelim level, and there's another set of judges. This time, they are 5 to 7 man panel. So, ang work naman yan is to shortlist all of those that were forwarded to them by the secretariat, and there they will be able to take a deeper look, even in the scoring. No? If there is any question within that level, there is always the opportunity to go and check it out and be vetted. But it's a very high scoring to go to the final level. In the final level, the judges have the sole decision to be able to ask the nominees to be present in person or interviewed in virtual ways or be visited unannounced. Kasi kailangan, baka naman maganda sa papel,
Yes.
pero pag nakita sa totoo, madaming kulang. So there is that, before it gets to the final, it has to be weeded out.
Last question, sir. You mentioned kanina the judges, the panel. May we know, at least kung meron na kayo napili. Kasi to be honest, it's about culture, it's about
Yes.
art. So, syempre, ika nga, di ba, for a beauty pageant, mas magrami pa tayo magtingin ng tao in terms of beauty pageant rather than voting people, di ba?
Yes.
Pero with this one, kasi we're talking about culture and arts, meron na ba kayong, do you have judges in mind or in terms, as in magaling talaga or napipisil for that position?
Yes, meron na. We are not at liberty to announce who the members of the board of judges will be. There is already.
Siguro ang i-add ko lang doon, there is a conscious decision on the part of the committee to make sure that the final judges will be well balanced, meaning there are those who are very exposed and very established in the field of heritage, culture, arts, history, etc. But we also don't want to be totally elitist. So we want grassroots to come in, to be appreciated. So there will always be in that 7, kung 5 to 7, dapat mas madami yung judges sa final because you can't overturn 5 votes by only 3 votes. So pataas. So let's say 7 to 9. Let's just say that's the number. There will be a balance. There will also be members of the jury in the final who are not totally into just culture and arts and everything. There has to be a balance. So sila naman yung that will balance of what does an ordinary person look for.
Which is who we are really trying to reach
That's
in this Ang Museo Award.
Huwag niyo muna tanungin yung names. We have a preliminary list, except that we want their commitment. Kasi matagal pa to, sa ano pa, di ba? So their commitment, and number 2, we're very, very careful who will be in that final list. Because this is the first time this will happen, or ever gonna take place. So we want to make sure objectivity and bias, no scandals, no questionable integrity will be there.
Thank you.
Showing again the nomination guidelines for detailed explanations or conclusions. Who may nominate, the entries, the individuals down the line. Even the number of words, the cover letter, the scoring documentation, deadline for submission, as I mentioned earlier, and then the judging process, which has a preliminary phase and then the final phase. And so,
And if you sign the document, if the nominee signs it, there is a clause here which says that at any point of the judging, and we find something questionable, controversial, or untruthful in what you submitted, you can disqualify. The judges can disqualify it.
it is in the nomination form, the portion that Glenn is saying, because the nominee and the one that nominated will both have to sign. And there is that clause, if there is anything in the submission that is untruthful, that is proven to be questionable.
Archive.
Please.
Archive ko mula.
Down, please. The nominee has demonstrated integrity and ethical conduct and has not been involved in any integrity or misconduct issues. And if any one of the points, the 3 points, is proven to have been misrepresented, or if nomination has a discrepancy or is non-compliant with the rules of the award, I understand that this is a reason for disqualification of the nominee.
Because we can't afford.
And the same thing goes for the institution.
Yes.
Currently, do you have an estimate on how many museums are here in the Philippines? Also, does it also include experiential museums din po?
300 is the guesstimate. Sorry. Yeah.
But,
It's 300.
okay, so allow us to share something also that we're doing. It might not be the right time to say it, but we're also doing a map. There's also a plan to map the museums in the sky. We will do that in collaboration with them.
We're already doing it.
We're already,
Already
ayaw ko
doing
na nga
it.
sabihin. Yes, we have already started working on it. And it will map the museum across Marito as much as we can do. Yeah. And updated every time.
And do you also believe na meron din pong, marami rin pong museums that have big potential despite nga in Manila we already have a lot of museums here, so parang will it will the provincial museums or the regional museums can compete with the...
Oh, yes.
Oh yes, definitely,
definitely.
definitely.
In
Yes.
fact, the reason for the awards is really to be able to make the smaller museums be inspired to become better, bigger, and for the bigger ones to really innovate. They cannot stay complacent.
Thank you.
In answer, I think you asked about being experiential.
Yeah, the experience
Okay,
is
if the if the organization or the entity is registered as a museum based on the definition of a museum by the international standards and the local standards, yes, it can. Because the museum today is actually different already. It's a combination of technology and artifacts. So yes, the answer could be yes as long as it is a museum and registered as a museum. Kasi pwedeng hindi. Pwede
Yeah.
siyang Enchanted Kingdom.
I'd like to make
Pop up.
I'd like to make a special request to this young group. If you came from a school that has a museum, I'd request, why don't you ask the school to enter the competition? Diba? I'm sure.
So you can self-nominate.
Oh, yes, yes. As
Yes.
long as you sign also the
Yeah.
nomination form and accept it.
Yes.
What about, I'm just thinking na sa patron of culture and arts, paano kung nasama siya sa judges na napili niyo? Or what is your...
conflict of interest.
No, they have to inhibit themselves in their case there is a conflict when they're judging. Definitely. Gusto ko lang sagutin ulit yung tanong kasi napaisip ako doon sa experiential. We actually got invited once to a museum which had a portion on virtual reality. It was very, very interesting. But because it's a museum, registered as such, and it was a temporary or special exhibit at the time, yes, it can qualify.
Yung mga Da Vinci.
Hindi ko na sabihin saan yun.
My
Lumipat na eh.
museum.
It's a rolling museum.
Yeah, mga Da Vinci and
Ay, alam mo na, PGC.
Alam nila kung ano yung museum.
PGC, tama.
Yes.
Hi, hello. Question po. Yung paano po yung, how do you measure yung public experience ba? When judging? Kasi it's not in the criteria.
It's in,
Pakibalik lang yung criteria. May explanation kasi yung criteria na yan. You only see the topic or the theme, but under each criteria, there are killer questions. Tinatawag namin killer questions. So each one will have very specific questions that will help the person judge based on the theme. So, hindi porket nakita mo doon innovation.
innovation, yun
Hindi,
lang.
maraming tanong sa ilalim.
There are different, each dimension of the categories or of the scoring are given permutations. What Len is saying, the killer questions for us to help the judges in determining how they are going to score in each dimension of the category.
Ma'am, question po. Meron po kayong ready na database na ba ng mga museums na would qualify ba doon sa ating ang museum?
A ready database, a complete one, maybe not complete, but we have probably partial.
You will send invitations to this museum?
Oh,
Let me answer.
let her answer it.
Actually, since Ms. Glenn already mentioned that we're actually trying to create a digital map of all the museums that can help both museum goers and non-museum goers get to where they are all across the country, not just Metro Manila. We'll show you what to write kung magbabas ka. Parang Google Maps, but more specific for the museums. We're also hoping to make it more interactive. Now, to be able to create this, you have to build a database. So this is one thing that we see also. Part of the process really is to invite the museums to update also their information. Kasi when you search it, not all of them have the accurate hours that you're open. Not everyone have the accurate contact details. It gets frustrating. So that's one of our projects. How do we do this? How do we reach all of them? It will be hard, but definitely we have social media. We'll announce in IG, in FB, in our pages, so that we can reach all of them. We also have our newsletters. Ever since Museum Foundation started, we have not deleted all those in our emailing list because you have to still be in the emailing list. So there are many ways to reach them, but thank you for that question. Yes, we have to update and complete that database as much as we can.
Maybe an answer also to your question. Part of the campaign for rolling out this award is also reaching out to the media outside Metro Manila. So there will be, if we follow the plan right and it happens, there will be certain clusters in Visayas and Mindanao, for example, or outside Luzon, outside Metro Manila, in key cities, with the help of the media there. So there will be mini RTTs like this.
Last question po, aside from the very beautiful trophy, ano pa po yung marireceive ng mga mananalo natin?
Okay, I know what the question is. Are there other incentives?
Yes.
Ikaw sumagot, Glenn.
It's still secret. No, there's something we're thinking about it, but you have to understand that the best way to inspire people and work on these things like this is not to start with monetary giving. Kasi, di ba, learning yan, you have to make them foresee the value, the ethics behind it, and then maybe later on, I'm not saying now, it could be 10 years down the road, there could be other incentives. It does not necessarily have to be cash. It could be something else. It could be a grant to that person to better their skills or to help build the museum in a better way. So we can go to that, but in year one, we'd like to start with the 10 first and really put the foundations in place so that we won't get all over the place and then we mess it up. We really have to be good the first time because this is the first time it will ever happen in this country.
Okay, thank you, Glenn. Before you ask your question, this answers your question on how the judging is going to be done per category. You asked about the local community, the impact on the audience of the community. All of the categories have this. It recognizes the local or municipal museum owned by the LGU in the province, city, etc. The emphasis will be on the involvement of the local community. It can be as simple as partnership with schools, with cultural groups, social civic groups, and the rest. But the grassroots that the museum work with real impact on the ground. And if you go through the other categories, can we look at the other
So
categories?
ito yung
please?
sinasabi namin killer questions.
Yeah.
But it's written here in statements, but in the judging, it's in a question form. So even, for example, the budgets, there's a portion on how well did you use your budget. Just because you're big and you have a big budget, it doesn't mean you will have a better chance of winning, because a smaller museum may have done their homework better and used their budgets more efficiently than the bigger ones. Diba? Alam naman natin yun, when you have a smaller budget, you tend to work harder.
You tend to be better
Yeah,
in using the
harder,
money.
and when you're second, you always find a way to become number one or better than the already better person, the number one.
Yeah. Can we show just one individual award, please? So we'll have an idea on how it's been here. The Individual Achievement Award or Gawad sa Natatanging Paglilingkod na Individual. Again, these are the metrics or the killer questions that we have. Must have at least 20 years of service, of work in the industry. 20 years. Diba? Hirap nun. Parang, okay.
So ito, lifestyle commitment, integrity, so it's also based on character. It's not just on output. it's also the character of the person.
So it's not just press releases or praise releases to the person that, you know, is going to be nominated. Strong community partnerships, innovative practices, and the ability to operate effectively within the local context. This, all of the categories have these parameters. Yes, please.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Congratulations on this.
Thank
I have a
you.
lot of questions actually.
Okay.
I'll trim it down.
Okay, one at a time.
Yeah. I was gonna ask for the price, but I'm guessing in terms of grants and others like sustainability in the next few years siguro, would there be like proper trainings for these museums or restoration, you know, professional fees that you guys can assist with? Because I know this is on top of the, it's not about the money. Yes, and it's not just a pat on the back as well or an
Yes.
award at the table. Pero in the long term, for these museums to stay open, they need to make sure that they achieve also whatever it is that they need to stay open for the next year, right? So aside from these, kasi yun yung mga like cost, trainings or I don't know, whatever it is na seminars that they need to attend to, restoration, whatever. So would there be finalized pa, right?
Yes.
For sure.
But the answer is yes, there's a possibility. It depends on how we put the whole thing together
Yeah.
in the following years. But, sige, Dali will answer this.
Yes, there is a grant ongoing. That will be ongoing, but I'm not at liberty to announce it.
Tayo lang, sir, dito. Walang media
It's
dito.
yes. It's yes. It's yes.
The
There
answer
is.
yes.